Hey guys, I'm going to share with you what me and my husband got each other for Valentine's Day this year. I just thought that it would be fun to do this video. So this year we never actually plan out Valentine's Day. We don't have like a, I don't know, a tradition or, you know, something that we always do. Some years we don't even celebrate it, so it really depends. This particular year, I think we both had pretty intense starts to the year, both work-wise and just life just happened, and we felt like we wanted to kind of treat each other and just say thank you and just appreciate one another. And I'm not going to go into the whole like, oh, you should do it every day, blah blah blah, which is, you know, in reality you don't, right? In reality you don't appreciate each other every day. In reality sometimes you don't even feel like talking to one another because you're so tired. In reality life's not perfect, but I do really love my husband. I think he is such a wonderful man, and you know, if it is a day that reminds us to kind of thank each other and appreciate, then why not? I'm actually drinking this cold pressed juice because I don't know, I suddenly feel very weird, like very sick and sneezy for some reason. So I share two things with you, what I got him and what he got me. So they are both in these green-ish bags with what I got for him. So he was traveling a little bit, but a couple of weeks before Valentine's Day we went out on date night, and we went to Berluti, which is a French shoemaker. It's a luxury shoemaker. They have very high quality leather shoes, and the cool thing about them that sets them apart from other brands is that their shoes, they have these things called the patina, whereby you can actually get someone in Paris or wherever to actually hand paint on your shoes, and you can actually use that to change the color and the look of your shoes. I really love these shoes. They look amazing on my husband, and it's just really high quality shoes. So we were there, and he saw these pair, which I was kind of like, are you sure you want that? This pair of shoes is part of the collaboration that the brand did with Ferrari. And are you guys ready? Yes, they are fire engine, well, I wouldn't call it fire engine red, but they are bright red shoes. Let me show you how it looks like up close. He's worn this for like I think 2 to 3 weeks already, so this is how the shoe looks like. The paint job that you see here, it's hand painted, and you can see that it's not just like a solid red, it has different gradients to it, and it's just really special. So no two shoes are alike. This style of shoe is more like a driving shoe, so it's not like, it doesn't have a very thick sole to it. It does have, I think this is carbon fiber here, elements, so they tried to put elements of what the car would be like. The sole looks like that, so lots of red lines. They come in black too, so the black one, this red border here actually appears there, so it's actually pretty cool, and it has the Ferrari logo at the back. Lots of details, and the sole looks something like this. I think there's carbon fiber like here as well, so it's great because the sole being like this, he doesn't have to resole them and everything. This like stretchy cloth like material here which you can stretch. He loves this. I was like, okay, I'm supportive, because the thing is, even though it's red, it actually does go with a lot of the things he wears. He just needs to wear like not all black, like maybe a black shirt with a little bit of red, or a blue shirt, and it's not like that difficult to match because it's not like super bright red. It has like an element of a little bit of orange and a little bit of rusty red. It's really a gorgeous pair of shoes, and every time, at least when I'm out with him, he always gets comments and compliments from men, from ladies about these shoes, so I think he secretly likes that. So that was that, and he was loving it, and I thought, okay, it's red, should I just get this for you for Valentine's Day? And that's how it happened. So that was what I got him. Totally like, there was no like I don't know, there was no pizzazz around it. It was just like, you know what, this is something that will make you happy, will make you look good, so Thank you for everything. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so on to this very special package. I think he was traveling. He came back literally on Valentine's Day and I wasn't really expecting much. He usually gets me flowers, but I was telling him that on my desk at work there's like literally no space for flowers, so please don't get me. I didn't mind if you deliver it at home, because you know the thing with us ladies is like we say no, we don't want flowers, but actually secretly we don't mind getting flowers. They're always really beautiful. Like that Valentine's Day, I literally had meetings from 9 a.m. all the way to 6:30 p.m. It was a really rush day and I just didn't have time to think about Valentine's Day, to be honest. So when I got back and he had this placed on my desk, my makeup room desk, and I completely missed it, and there were a couple of hours where he kept asking me to go to the room to get something. I'm like, I am so tired, I do not want to go to the room to get you that thing. Finally I did, and I walked in and I saw this huge ass thing on my room. I actually did walk into the room and I completely missed it, because you see the color is like super, like you won't even recognize it, right? But it's huge. I don't know how I did not see it, but I did film like my reaction to it and stuff and opening it, so I will leave that clip at the end of this video. But yes, he got me my first item from CLEEF ARPELS. This is the really gorgeous, almost satiny like paperback. It has the stamp or the logo there that's very famous. So it's, as you can see, it's not like a very flashy type of bag. It's very simple, but the quality of this bag is stunning. It's like it almost feels like it's cloth-like. So you have that right there. I'm completely unfamiliar with this brand. I do sometimes share with him my wish list time and again, and I've been looking at the Alhambra stuff, which I thought, okay, you know, it's something that I like, but of course I'm not gonna get it anytime soon. So I do share that with him. So it's important to hint to your man what you want. It's a French brand, it's high-end jewelry, but what I do know is whenever I watch those auction videos, you know, where they actually, or the antique roadshow videos, I don't know why they appear on my YouTube playlist, but they do, and stuff from this brand is always like valued very high. So it's kind of like one of those investment pieces. The bag is huge because when I looked into it, there was a freaking bouquet of flowers and it was the sweetest arrangement ever. So I have it here in this really nice vase here, and it's just the sweetest. Look at that, isn't that so sweet? Like, it's so girly and so pretty, and it has, I don't know what the name of these flowers are, you guys. These look like roses and something, and I think these are lilies, I think, but it's just so pretty, isn't it? It's now, as I'm reading it, I feel a little bit emotional, because it just so happened that it was a tough week for me and I was kind of questioning everything, and I just needed, like, this really like broke me down. I actually cried when I read this, because yeah, it's tough, you know, sometimes life's tough. I think if it wasn't Valentine's Day, you would just get like a very simple, like, I don't know, paperback like this, because that's what I usually see in unboxing videos. They don't usually get like such big paperbacks. It usually comes in very simple, but I just feel like it's a little bit different than what we are expected to, because even when you buy like a small tiny keychain from Louis Vuitton, you get like a huge ass bag. So it's a very different brand. So it has like their classic colors, like mossy green, and the paperback looks like that. And yeah, first thing here is a booklet. Also comes with a certificate of it comes with a certificate of authentication. That's how it looks like. It's very formal. I didn't know what it was, but this gave me a very big hint, because it came with a travel case that looks like this. You know, I was a little bit scared when I opened it, because, you know, like, I was wondering, did I give him enough hints for him to figure out what I would really, like, out of the 10,000 things in that store, what I actually really want, because even I don't know what I want. I've never walked into their stores before. I've only looked at pictures and, you know, at their website. So there was that a little bit of scary feeling just because of how, you know, pricey these things can be, and you know, you just want to make sure it's the right thing. But when I saw this, I was like, okay, he's on the right track, because one of the things that I was eyeing is the bracelet. It's like a travel case that looks like this, so that's very, very pretty. It's got the stamp there, and you know, everything's very sleek. Kind of sure that he would get something from the Alhambra like design, but I wasn't sure, because whenever I showed it to him, he always told me that it looks very old-fashioned, and I agree to a certain extent, but I think there's something classic about that collection. So they have like the single pendant motif, and they have the long one, and then they have the bracelets, and they have earrings. I think they have rings as well, but the only ones that I actually liked were the bracelets as well as the dangly earrings. The packaging looks like this. I did try to tie it back but anyway, here we go. So this is how it came in. It's a little bit odd because can you see that there's like a little bit of gap there? I don't know why it does that, but it's like a velvety type of packaging. It's got the stamp there. I don't know why it's a little bit like this, you know. Ideally it should cover off like that. So those little things about the packaging which is a little bit like Are you guys ready? Da, 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 da. Okay, those of you who follow me on Instagram and watch my Insta stories, you would have already seen this. But this is the Alhambra bracelet, and the stone, which is the green color stuff you see there, is called malachite. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So this is like their classic. They call this vintage Alhambra because the vintage is the same size as what they created back when they first created this, which was in the 1960s. Newer versions of this motif, which is this little clove here, is called the motif. The newer versions can be a little bit bigger, can also be a lot tinier. So it's super pretty. The size was also very perfect, which is great. But if you need to shorten or lengthen it, apparently what they do is that they actually add the links here, or they actually remove the links, and they do that for each and every single space, because they want the spacing between the motifs to be equal. So if you can see there is that small design of the what do you call that, the stamp. The stamp is right there, and it's just pretty. So the malachite, and I'm very new to this particular gem, but I've always wanted something in green stone. It's just so gorgeous. So it's actually double, you know, it's two pieces I think of malachite, and it's a natural stone which naturally looks like that. So they would pick the pieces and they would actually put it in there. So the gold here is 18 karat gold. Everything that's being placed here, the buffing and the linking, everything is done by hand by, you know, worksmen who are very, very skillful. So that's why, you know, it's expensive, and of course because it comes with the brand as well. So this is how it looks like. I absolutely love it. It's so comfortable to wear. The motifs, they just stay flat on your hand, like go too far. So the furthest it goes is here for me, and the lowest it goes is around here, which is just perfect. I think it can be an everyday bracelet, but it can't also, because apparently the stone that they use, this malachite, you can't really let it come in contact with water that much, because it would lose its shine and its color, which I thought was a little bit So I do have to take this out before I shower and stuff, but I have actually been using this since I got it on Thursday, so I absolutely love it. So that's basically it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm always very happy to share these type of things with you. I hope you learned a little bit about these brands as well. I'm still learning about them. If you did enjoy this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would make me very, very happy, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.